And joining on the line, it's great to welcome back to Flow, Riley Catherall. G'day, Riley. How are you today?
G'day, mate. Doing well. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure chatting to you. We love your songs. And tell me, Riley, last time we spoke, it was last year. So how are things going for you now? I know you've been back doing some shows. You've been doing some with Greta Zilla. How's that been?
It's been good. You know, the thought of touring has been a bit of a taboo subject for quite a while. So the fact that we're allowed to get out and drive around and play for people in person is very exciting. And I think we're just running with it while it's here.
Enjoying it while you can, yes, do it. What was it like being in front of an audience for the first time in ages? Were you really nervous? What was it like, or did it just, once you started, you just fell back into it?
It definitely took a while to get back into the swing of things. I think the playing in front of people was fine. It was more so the keeping up the match fitness of driving somewhere and setting up and packing down and late nights and all of that sort of thing that just not used to. So Monday morning comes around and it feels like the freight trains hit you. But I think everything else is just running on that excited adrenaline thing that you slip back into how things used to be, and it's nice, that's for sure.
Are you sort of, with some of these new shows that you've been doing, because you haven't been able to perform for a while, are you taking it in a little bit more than you ever have before and sort of just relishing the moment?
Absolutely. I think it's important to realise that, that sort of opportunity is fickle nowadays, and even having shows cancel on us in this climate is something that we've got to be aware of. And just when the shows do happen, just take them for, make sure that we lap it all up and realise that sometimes they don't happen, and sometimes you can go 12 months without playing a show, as we're well aware now.
Yes, and that's no fun when it's going to be like that. Did you embrace sort of doing the Facebook Live kind of thing? And if you did, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I did. It took me a while to go into it. I think I was in denial for the first, the initial shock, and everyone was starting to do it, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll just wait for gigs to come back. But then when I realised that I was one of the only people not doing it, gigs weren't coming back for a while, I caved in, and they were a bit of fun. It enabled me to reach a different audience as well, without, because you don't get to play in front of people like that unless you're touring around. So it was fine. It was just a bit odd, singing to a screen. Yes.
I was talking to an artist that had been doing that, and they found that they had to eventually stop because their anxiety levels were going up because they were waiting for all the likes and all the love hearts to come up on the screen, and if they didn't see them, they were starting to panic a bit. So did you experience anything similar?
Definitely. I mean, I struggle with the whole social media thing anyway. I'm also technologically pretty illiterate, so whereas you rock up to a gig and you've got a sound guy to make you feel comfortable on stage, I found myself just stressing out about finding the most internet reception in the house and making sure all the sound worked and all the video worked, and it was just a whole new ball game, to be honest.
So how were you at embracing all this new technology? Have you managed to master some of it, or are you still struggling?
I definitely adapted.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's a skill that we've all learnt, and I think we now can prove that we are able to do these things remotely. But you're right, it just makes us really appreciate the live shows a whole lot more.
I can understand that. All the new skills that many of us had to learn, even in what we do here at Flow, we've had to learn new skills for us to adapt, and I know many musicians did. Did it change your approach to your songwriting at all, going through it all?
I've definitely embraced the whole co-writing thing, actually.
Okay.
I used to do a little bit of it, but I found myself just trying to stay as creative as I could during the lockdown, and so I reached out to a few friends and musicians that I'd always really enjoyed, and started doing a lot of co-writes over Zoom or Skype, which actually worked out really well. Something that I think I'll continue to do.
And what was the best thing about doing that? Was it just that experience with someone else, or the fact that you could interact over a song?
Yeah, I think it was nice, and I think sometimes you feel pressured when you get into a room with somebody that something needs to come of it.
Yeah.
Whereas with a Zoom call, you can sort of say, all right, we've got 2 hours, let's see if anything sticks, and if it doesn't, then you shut off, and then you try again the next week. You're not sort of locked in a room with somebody awkwardly edging towards the door if it's not working.
Yes. Yeah, I can understand that. Well, Riley, you've got a new song out, a new single called Vacant Lot, and we love your music here on Flow. So this particular song, it's the result of, I guess, a nasty breakup, for want of a better description. So are you okay, firstly?
Yeah. The song I actually wrote about 18 months ago.
Okay.
It was in the wake of a breakup and coming home to an empty apartment, that sort of situation. So, a good thing come out of it because we got the song. Yeah. The song's doing well, and we enjoy playing it live. But it has that premise of having your home ripped out from under you, and just trying to find the stability in somewhere to call home, whether it's a physical place or a city, or maybe rather just the people that you surround yourself with. I love
the video that you've done for it. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek. How did that all come about?
Yeah, I think we don't take ourselves too seriously in that regard. It's a bit of fun. There's a vacant block near my house, and I used to run past it every day on my hour of exercise that I was doing lockdown. And we decided to stage a moving house day. So we took all my furniture out of my house and set it up on this vacant lot, and had a bit of fun with it. Lots of raised eyebrows from the neighbours, but yeah, it was a bit of fun.
Yeah, so that is actually your actual couch in the video.
Yep.
Yes, and okay. Haven't seen a couch like that for a while, so good on you. But there you go. But it's a great concept. I just love the whole the way you've done it. So and it's a fun little thing, and that's well done for that. And how is the song being received? You know, we're enjoying it here, but where else is it being received well for you?
Yeah, it's been really well. I released a song there last year, which was sort of against better judgment, just because you couldn't tour it. So this time around, it's nice to have the backup of being able to play it to a whole new audience in different towns. So it's being received really well there. It's on national radio, doing pretty well. It's getting lots of spins. We are enjoying it more playing. Sometimes when you hear it all the time and you're involved with it for such a long time, you start to resent it. But this song is standing well in everyone's minds, I think. So, it's nice.
What's coming up next for you, Riley? Is there future gigs there? Is there more music? What's the plan? Hopefully all going well for the rest of this year. Yeah, well, I'm sitting on a full record. It's sitting there, just ready to be released, which is exciting. I'll get that out in the next few months. And then I think the end game is really just play as much as we can. Now that we're actually allowed to play in front of people, I just want to tour as much as we possibly can, knowing how fickle the whole situation can be. So, yeah, we really can't look too far ahead in this day and age. Does that mean that when it comes to your planning, you can't sit there and plan a big tour, that it's going to be lots of like little tours where the borders are okay at the moment, so you'll venture towards this state and that state? Exactly right. You know, the tour that Greta and I are on at the minute has sort of came around really, really quick, and we were super aware of not booking things out too far because there's a lot of effort that goes into putting a tour together, and it's such a shame when things cancel. So we thought, we'll just do little bits at a time, and it's been successful. But yeah, you're right. You know, it means just looking a couple of months out and hopefully things stick and things go ahead, and working on it like that. Are you going to do any shows with your mate Lachlan, Brian, and the Wilds? Yeah, we're doing a bit of playing, getting the band back together, which is nice after a big hiatus of not being able to sit in the same room together. So we've done a couple of things, and I think he's got lots of things planned. It's the good scenario with that is that I just go where I'm told. He does all the booking and tells me where to be at what time, and that's fine by me. Yes, he has that side to him, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got lots of things going on in his head, that man. Yes. I had a chat with him recently, and that's what it all came down to. That was good. So, Riley, you said an album there. What sort of? Can you give us a time frame when that album will be out? Yeah, I've been looking at winter, so I'm thinking June or July. Everything, as I said, everything's sitting there. It's just. This campaign, and then the tour, I've been super busy. I'm in the studio at the minute recording with a few other people, and there's always things going on. So
The album, luckily, is sitting there all done. I've just got to do all the admin side and get it to people a little early on, get it printed, all of that sort of thing. So all the fun parts are over. So now it's just about getting it out.
Well, the fact you've been sitting on it for so long, does it make you like re-listen to the songs and then go, well, maybe we should try this with it, or you just know it's done, we're leaving it as it is?
I've definitely gotten better at just, saying that's it. And I found myself doing a lot more writing in different styles now. So I think this record represents a period of time that I've put a full stop on. So I think it's done, and I try not to, listen to it and think of what I could change. But yeah, it's always one of those things. You can always do something better, but I think it's all about just saying stop when something is a good representation of what you initially thought it should be.
You captured the time and you want to leave it and move on and play it live. That's what I can tell you. You really just want to play it live and move on to the next thing, yeah.
Well, the thing is like we really wanted to take what we do on stage and put it on a record, and I think we've done that. And even though our live shows are now, changing and altering a little bit, it definitely stands for, a period of time of what it needs to be, and we're happy with it. Now it's time to move on to the next thing.
Riley, it is great chatting to you again. We've got your new single here. I'm loving the video. It's just playing while I'm talking to you in the background. It's great chatting to you again. Good luck with the album. Hopefully we'll have a chat about the album when it comes out. I'm looking forward to that and our further conversations. And hopefully we'll get you into our new Flow studios so you can play for us live too. That'll be a fun thing to have happen. Hopefully.
That'd be wonderful.
Riley, we've got your song here. If you could please introduce it for our Flow listeners, and thank you so much for spending time with us today.
No worries. My name's Riley Catherall, and this is my new song, Vacant Lot.
I know when you're holding back, when the stars don't align with your zodiac, and I know good because your good's gone bad. Now I know when you're holding back. I know when you're holding out. Something's wrong, but you've buried it down. And I know love because love's gone sour. Now I know when you're holding out. When you're holding I knew nothing of a broken heart. Something's troubling the one I've got. Might be a little too late. I'm a vacant lot, love. It ain't nothing, but it's all I've got, and all that I'll ever have. I know when you're holding on. Known it well and I've known too long. Now you moved out and the love's moved on. And I miss the moments where you're holding on. When you're holding I knew nothing of a broken heart. Something's troubling the one I've got. Might be a little too late. I'm a vacant lot, love. It ain't nothing, but it's all I've got, and all that I'll ever have. Are the moments where you're holding on. vacant